everybody, Cynthia here. I wanted to share with you a project I'm working on for my husband. He likes to give treats and things to the staff he works with at his school. And we're making about 20 of these Frankenstein candy bar wrappers. They're for Hershey bars that are inspired by Chicken Scratch, who is here on YouTube and is a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So when I get those done, she made them a couple years ago. They're adorable. When I get those finished, I'm going to come back and share those with you. But I need to make 20 of them, so they're going to take a while. But I wanted to make the greeting cards to go with them for the trick-or-treat candy bars. So I have a ton of paper tape and washi tape, and I mean like a lot. So I thought, you know what, I really want to start using this stuff before I'm not able to. And I use it in my mini albums, and I use it on layouts and cards and things like that. And this is nothing new, nothing I came up with. People have been using washi tape to make pattern paper on their cards before, but I'm just going to show you mine. Now my card size measures, when you're finished, these are note cards, and the card itself measures 2 3/4 by 4, so it's a perfect size for a note card. You can get 2 cards from one 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock, and then my envelopes that I made measure 3 1/4 inches across by 4 1/4 high, and you can also get 2 of the envelopes from one sheet of 8.5 by 11. So I'm going to show you how I did both of these and give you all the measurements in case you want to make them yourself. What's really nice too is you can make a bunch of these up, note cards ahead of time, and give them to people in racks. If you have a lot of swaps you're doing, these are easy, simple, quick cards to make. So basically I think I fit 7 different patterns of washi tape on this card. 2, 4, 6, 7, yes. Okay, and I just layered them all the way down, really super simple, and then on the inside I stamped Happy Halloween and kind of colored that up a little bit using one of my stamp sets. And same thing here, made the envelope, used 2 different stamp sets to kind of off stamp the spider web, which you see I stamped on this paper, and then the trick-or-treat. Okay, so I have 20 of those made. I actually got these done yesterday. I'm so excited. And I just used some double-sided tape so that he can fill these out. And oh, I also used my stamp on the back that my friend Misha got me, and then put them in. And then there's double-sided tape here. He just needs to peel that up, seal them, and they're ready to go. Okay, so I'm going to do start to finish really quick. You see how I put these together in case you want to make some for yourself. These are great too for quick birthday note cards or Christmas. You know, you got a lot of Christmas stuff going on. These are great to just hand out for, you can make yourself a box set, you know, if you wanted to. So let me get some of this stuff out of my way. Sorry about that. Okay, so for the card, you're going to need a sheet that measures 5 1/2, or a piece that measures 5 1/2 by 4. So we're going to line it up at the 5 1/2 inch mark, and we are going to score at 2 3/4 inches. Easy peasy, right? Going to fold that in half. And I'm going to show you really quick how, and I just wrinkled up my card, I did my washi. So I'm just going to pick out some patterns here. This is the paper tape, and I purchased this, I think I got this actually in a rack. This is from the Dollar Tree. Let me move this down a little bit. So I just lined some up on the top and the bottom. And it's kind of sticking to my mat so it won't move, so that I can create, you know, I can move it around however I want. This one, I think I want the trick or treat pattern in the middle, so I'm gonna kind of waste a little bit here so I can put the trick or treat in the center on the top and bottom. Okay, let's use this one. This is great. This is the Scotch washi tape, and I picked this one up and this one at Walmart. This stuff is so super sticky. I love it. It's really good washi tape, like a nice quality. So I think I'll put those two there, and we'll put purple in the middle. This is the paper tape from the Dollar Tree. It's kind of thin. It sticks okay. It's not like the Scotch, I can tell you that, but it's so cute. These are so cute. How could you like pass those up, right? Okay, so got my washi tape on. Now I'm gonna run my bone folder when I find it. Where'd it go? I just used it to score. Oh, I left it on my scoreboard. Okay, so I'm gonna run my bone folder over the edges, top and bottom, peel it up. I'm gonna open my card and very carefully just trim off like all the excess washi tape that's hanging off the edges. One thing you want to remember, and I'm only saying this because I boo-booed, I was getting tired after making 20 of these cards. That tends to happen. When I went to the side here where it's closed, I wasn't careful and I cut into my card. So just be real careful you're just trimming your excess washi tape off and you're not cutting into that closure there. And I'm just gonna check real quick the top and bottom to make sure. Like this has a little tiny bit hanging over. And we have some here on the bottom as well. Now while I have the card open, I'm gonna run my bone folder over again, really make sure that's sealed down well. And there is the front of our card. Super simple. On the inside, I'm going to stamp. I don't want to use the trick or treat. That's for my envelope. I'm going to use Happy Halloween. And the stamp sets that I'm using, one of them is from Inkadinkado. And this one is called All Hallows Eve. Okay. This one I also think is an Inkadinkado stamp set, but I lost the packaging, so I'm not sure. I wish I could help you out on that one. I'm going to use some Stays On black ink, which I think I need more of pretty soon, guys. Pretty soon I have to go and buy some more. And I'll just stamp in the center there. These are just an easy, simple, quick way to make a bunch of cards. If you have to do them in bulk like I did, I really didn't want to make 20 difficult, fold cards. Let me clean this off with a wipe. Okay, and then I'll put my trick or treat one back on, so I'll need that for my envelope. Okay, and then my sentiment, I just kind of quickly used which you can see on here, maybe. I used a green colored pencil and colored it in. And I don't know where that got to, so I think I'm just going to use this orange. Ugh. This is the second time I bumped my camera. Sorry guys, it's really early in the morning here, and I'm trying to get so much accomplished today. Yesterday we went to Walmart and I bought material to make Halloween costumes because my aunt and uncle are having a Halloween party. And we stopped at the gas station to put some gas in the car, and I went to start the car and it wouldn't start. So yeah, not happy about that because we were supposed to be going to my parents this weekend and going to a Halloween party and stuff, and I don't know if that's going to be possible now Okay, happy Halloween. So that's card, super simple. And you can use up some of your washi tape, which is great, and it makes like a pattern paper. Okay, now onto the envelope. I know you guys have things to do and I won't hold you up. Okay, here is the scoreboard we're going to need, and you are going to need a sheet of cardstock that measures 7.5. I lie, 7 by 5.5. Line it up at the 7 inches. You're going to score at 1 3/4 and 5. Okay, you're going to flip it over, line it up at 5.5 inches. You're going to score at 3/4 of an inch and 5 inches. Okay, let me get my scoreboard out of the way. And what I like to do is fold up my score lines. So anyway, I'm not sure what's wrong with the car, but you know, you don't want to travel long distances if you're having car problems. So my husband's like, let me get in the driver's seat. The car wouldn't start. I'm like, what do you think you're going to do that I haven't already done? But okay, fine, honey, you sit in the driver's seat. So he got so frustrated, he kind of like jerked his body when he was sitting in it and rocked the car, and it started. So we thought it might be the starter. I called my dad, and he said, yeah, it's probably like a loose connection or whatever. But in all actuality, we're pretty sure it's the battery connector. Like there's like a connector type thing to the battery. We're not sure, but you know, we're gonna have to take it to the garage, and who knows how much that's gonna cost and all that hoopla. So anyway, there's that story. So up here in the corner, this corner, this corner, and this corner, we're gonna trim those off. So all 4 corners. So anyway, I bought like $20 worth of material, which is really cheap when you think about it for 2 Halloween costumes. But we're gonna see. I was gonna start making them today, but we're gonna see, you know, what's going on with the car, because if we're not able to get it repaired, like if it's too much right now, we're not gonna be going to any Halloween party. So I'll just take the material back. Okay, so there we go. Should look like that. Now what you want to do on the flap, the larger flap here, is you're going to want to add adhesive on the edge of that, on the inside, okay, because you're going to put your smaller piece over and you're going to flip this piece over. So this one you want to flip closed already, and you want to add adhesive on the edge of that. That just kind of gives you like a piece on this edge and a piece on this edge. Okay, so you're going to close that up, run your bone folder over it. Now I took my corner punch and I trimmed up my corners on the top part of my envelope, which is the larger flap, and also on the bottom of the envelope, which is the smaller flap. I'm going to add adhesive to the smaller flap and close that up, run my bone folder over it, and then up here for the smaller flap, I'm going to get my 1-inch circle punch, and I'm going to go about halfway in the center and punch that out. And that just makes it easier for when, you know, the card's inside, they can pull the card out. Now up here, because these are going to be filled out later on and sealed up, I took this double-sided sticky tape and I put a piece across, and then later on when it's filled out and ready to go, that can just be peeled off and sealed up. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp on my envelope, off stamp actually. Let me get my paper. And I basically just put a sheet of paper under here. This is like my scratch paper I use a lot. And I have my spiderweb stamp here, and I'm just going to kind of use these on the corner, the bottom piece. So I just want to add a little bit of ink to that bottom piece there. And close my top flap for now because I don't want to stamp on the flap. And just kind of line that up. And stamp. And the excess ink got on my scratch paper, which is fine. I'm definitely going to need ink. And I'm going to flip it around and do the corner down here. Whoop, stuck. Okay, so that's done, and all I need to do is add the trick or treat to the center. So I just thought I'd share with you real quick, you know, how I made them in the measurements and everything, in case you guys want to make some simple note cards. Or if you have to make them in bulk like I do, it's just so much easier. And you can also use up a lot of that washi tape that I'm sure some of you have in your collection that's just been sitting there and not getting used up. You guys have any questions, let me know. Thanks so much for watching and have fun making yours. Take care.